Once upon a time, in a small village called Aden, there lived a man named Akanni. Akanni was a wealthy farmer who had many workers. He had one wife, Wura, who was the only daughter of her parents. Sadly, Wura lost both her parents right after she married Akanni. Despite being married for many years, Wura did not have any children. One day, Akanni came home from the farm, tired and exhausted. Wura served him water and food, as Akanni did not allow the workers to touch his food. After eating, Akanni told Wura that he wanted to marry another wife to help him have children and inherit his wealth. Akanni said, "Wura, my wife, allow me to marry another wife who will give me an heir. I have cocoa farms, palm trees, and many workers. Do you want all my hard work to be in vain?" Wura went silent for a while and later agreed to his request. A month later, Akanni saw a young, beautiful woman named Adeola selling beads in the village. He approached her and asked her name. She introduced herself as Adeola. Akanni quickly proposed marriage to her, saying she would help him have a child. Adeola agreed right away because she knew how influential Akanni was in the village. After 2 months, Adeola became pregnant, and she told Akanni the news. Akanni was excited and told Wura that Adeola was pregnant after just 2 months, which meant she was fertile. He assured Wura that she would also get pregnant soon. However, as Adeola's pregnancy progressed, she began to say negative things about Wura to Akanni. She claimed Wura was mistreating her. Even though Akanni trusted Wura, he did not want to upset Adeola, so he did not take any action. Wura slapped Adeola, but Wura, being kind-hearted, chose to leave without arguing. She cried alone at night but still thanked God that her husband loved her. 2 months later, Adeola gave birth to a disabled son. Akanni was not happy with the child, but since he had no other children, he accepted him. Adeola, upset by Akanni's reaction, began to plan how to poison him so she could inherit his wealth and send Wura away. She tried to cook for Akanni, but Akanni loved Wura's cooking and never allowed Adeola to prepare his meals. The next morning, Wura prayed to the gods for a child. After 6 years of marriage, she had not conceived. She decided to go for consultation and prepared food for Akanni. After he left for the farm, Wura went to a water goddess, who gave her a special concoction and a bath to help her become pregnant. Wura followed the goddess's instructions, and Akanni later slept in her room. 2 days later, when Adeola realized her plan wasn't working, she arranged for some men to get rid of Akanni. On one unfortunate afternoon, as Akanni and his workers were returning from the farm, 3 men came out with guns pointed at Akanni. They told him Adeola had paid them to get rid of him because he did not like her son and that she wanted to inherit all his wealth. The men shot Akanni and his workers and left. A villager who was returning from the farm saw the lifeless bodies of Akanni's workers and ran to the village to tell Akanni's wives. When she arrived, she found both Wura and Adeola crying. The villager explained that she had seen Akanni's workers dead but not Akanni. The 2 women were confused and thought that the men who had attacked him had taken his body. They searched for Akanni for 3 days but found nothing. 2 months later, Akanni's ghost appeared to Adeola, and she was terrified. Adeola begged the ghost not to harm her, but when Wura came outside to check, she did not see the ghost. The ghost reappeared and pointed at Adeola, making her confess that she had paid the men to get rid of Akanni. Akanni then appeared in person and explained that he was not dead but had used magic to pretend to be dead so that the attackers would leave. He had hidden to learn the truth. Akanni told them he had come back to protect Wura because he did not want Adeola to harm her. Wura fainted when she heard everything, and the village king immediately summoned them. He ordered that Adeola be sent to the wild forest, where wild animals lived, as punishment. Akanni then visited the goddess who had helped Wura, and she told him that Wura was 4 months pregnant. The goddess had unknowingly given Wura the concoction while she was pregnant, but fortunately, nothing had happened to the baby. Akanni was overjoyed and hugged Wura. The couple returned home and lived happily together. A few months later, Wura gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl.